What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the Let's Play. I am very excited for today's episode because we have a lot of building planned. Now last episode we did some adventuring which was super fun, and I'm very glad we did it because we explored some of our world that we didn't know existed before. We went off into this direction over there and we found a witch's hut, we found a guardian temple or a sea temple, we found all of this good stuff and I'm very excited about it. But yesterday's episode did remind me that we don't actually have a good place to store our beautiful horses. I mean, I've got another one back here and two back here actually, and horses have always been something that I've been very excited about in this game. Ever since they've been introduced, I've been very intrigued by horses, and I still am to this day. I remember back in the day when we had Mo creatures, and that was like the big thing where they introduced more horses, more of every type of creature, and the first new mob that we got was the horses, and then after that we introduced llamas, we got bees, now we've got all the different types of fish, but it all started with getting the horses into the game. And I swear, bro, it is always raining on this world. I have no idea why. It always rains, and quite frankly, I like the rain. I think it makes the world look nicer, but I don't like it for recording. I think this adds like a whole mood to the game, but when I'm recording, it's kind of like, go away, but regardless, guys, we have this area over here, and I want to build a horse stable in today's episode. So I've laid it out a little bit. We've got a nice foundation here. Each one of these pens, or each one of these areas is going to be a pen. So right here is going to be a pen. This one's going to be a pen as well. This one is also this one as well, and it is mirrored on this side over here like so, and this is actually in the wrong spot, which is really awkward. We're going to place that right there. So this is a pen, this is a pen, this and this is the entrance over here. We'll walk through, we'll have a nice little pathway to get to everything, and I've got a cool design in mind. And then onto this side we are going to have a rate, or like a speed test. So I have a system that I am going to build that's going to determine how fast a horse is in blocks per second. So then we can compare the horses, see which one's faster, because at the end of the day I only want to keep the fastest horses. I want to breed up the best horses that we can get. So then in the back over here we're going to have a jumping station that's going to test how well they can jump to a decimal percent, or a decimal fraction and all that. So it's going to be crazy, guys. It's going to look really cool, and I'm very excited about it. Inside of these chests I have all the material we're going to need. So we're going to use some wool. We're actually going to use some terracotta in this build, and then we're also going to use not all of these materials, but this type of block palette for this, and I'm very excited to get started. I got some more resources off camera. I got some bricks and stuff, and I found terracotta in my chests over there, and I actually have not a lot of it, but I have a lot of different colors. So I'm wondering if I found a mesa in this world at some point that I don't remember, because I don't know where there would be a mesa. So yeah, but that'd be something awesome to find out. I've also been using llamas as a form of like a shulker box, because you can put stuff inside of here. So that's how I've been transporting all of my stuff. And this guy over here is actually has 9 inventory slots. And then if you guys don't know, the way that the inventory slots works is based on how much health the llama has. The more health it has, the more it can carry, stuff like that. So I actually got lucky with all of these. Some llamas can only have like 2 slots or so. So yeah, we got very lucky with this, guys, and all of them actually. But without further ado, guys, I'm gonna get started on building this, and then I'll be back when I have a little bit of progress. Going to be taking a quick break from building because I'm very excited to do the speed test of everything. But before we get into that, I want to show you guys what I have so far. This is the overall shape that I'm going for. Obviously I haven't connected their roof up or anything, but this is the idea. Now, as we mentioned before, if you guys haven't watched the past episodes, I'd recommend doing so, because we have the system where we have the high class, middle class, low class, and if you look at this build right here, you can tell that it is looking very nice. It's got a nice shape to it. It's using brick and some nice material. But then if we come on over here, here, you can see that these houses over here have, you know, the stone, but it's all like broken around this part right here. It's got all the different types of wood to make it seem like it's weathered down, and the nice slope over here to make it look like the roof is concaving and stuff. And that is not going to be present here. It's going to match the big house a lot. I'm going to use cobblestone for the roof as well, and I think this is going to add to the whole effect that we're going for, and I'm really excited to be building our first building here. And also, if you look back over there, this building is a lot taller than any of the buildings over there. So also with, you know, the class, you know, aspect of it, buildings are getting more prestigious, more, you know, big and grand, and I think this is really adding to that effect. If we come on over here, this is where we're going to have our speed test. So this is actually really easy to do. All we're going to do is have a pressure plate here, and then after the pressure plate we're going to have fence gates. Now what happens is when once I finish building it, but this I think should be long enough. So the way that this works is this pressure plate over here is going to be powering this line of redstone that goes all the way down here. So what ends up happening, I'll demonstrate it with me running first, is when you run, you'll go, it opens up all the trapdoors, and then it'll close once this signal closes. So as you can see, we landed in between here, so we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll be right after 5 blocks right there, right before 6. So then we'll have, on this side, we'll have a block here with a sign that tells us how fast we made it. And if we test this a bunch of times and just sprint, you can see we land in the same spot every single time. So it's pretty reliable. And then if we were to walk, we land right here. So then this is another way, you can, this is just demonstrating that with the different types of horses, they'll all go faster. I messed up over there, but if we do sprint jump, we get a little bit further, as you can see. So this is how it's going to be working with the horses. Personally, I think Aang is our fastest horse, so we are going to try him out and see how this works. Okay, with a slight remodification, I'm gonna go see if we cannot see how fast. There we go. Now the thing is I think he's actually jumping over these. He shouldn't. Oh wait. Okay, I think we're going to need to craft up some more blocks and put blocks all the way on top of here. Okay, let's go try this out again. He should not be able to climb up it now. So let's see if we start running. Okay, there we go. So that worked out perfectly. So we are right here, and then we would have a sign right there that tells us how fast we are. I'm just going to keep that block there for now. I want to see how accurate this is. I haven't tested this out before. This is my first time doing it, so I want to see. Okay, so we climbed on top. I'm very curious as to why we are climbing on top of it when we shouldn't be. So let me try it again. If that's going to be an issue, we might have to find a different solution. And nope, there we go. So we landed right there. That's good. We're going to test it out again. Let's see how we do. Okay, so that time we hit that. So it's going to take a little bit of practice. I'm not very good at it, but let's see. So we go. And then we land right here. So yeah, there we go. So that's how fast he is. I want to see if Katara, is faster than him. So let's go ride her. I'm going to have to really, really think this through. There we go. And right there. Oh, so she landed. We'll put a pressure plate right there, right before him. Let's see if we can get that consistently. All right. Okay, so I don't understand. They should not be able to climb over. It might just be a little bit of a bug. But yeah, I'm not sure why they're going over it, you know what I mean? Because they're not supposed to be able to jump over something that's this tall. But there we go. So we got it again. So this is the general idea. I'll try and work out a better system, or maybe just figure out why I'm messing this up. And yeah, but that's the general idea for this part. I think it's going to be very fun, and we can test out all of our horses. So there we go. We got another one right there. And yeah, so this is working very consistent. And as you can see, Katara is actually just a little bit slower than Aang, which is interesting. I knew she was slower, so that doesn't come as a surprise. But now we have to test out their jumps. Alright, the next thing that we are going to do is test out their jumps. Now, the way we're going to do this is by using a system kind of like this. Now, it's not going to be over here. I need to find out where I want to put it. But basically, the horses, they have a jump range, and the jump range is interesting, but we'll see how this goes with the Katara to start out with. So as you can tell, she can definitely go up 1, so we're not even gonna have that there. Now there are some horses who cannot jump 2 blocks. Obviously she is not one of them, and then we'll move on, and she can definitely do 3. I know she's a good jumper, so I'm gonna speed through this. So then you can tell she just did 4. So then over here, to get a better understanding of how high she can jump, we would have snow. So a half slab is half of the way, but if we do 2, then it's in between 4 blocks and that half slab. So then we'll come over here and we'll test out this, and we'll go, whoop, yep, she can do that. So then we'll go to 4.5, and then bam, she can do that. And then over here, I don't have any more snow, but we would take snow and do the same. Actually, I do have enough. Hold on, let me climb up here. We'll place down 2 of those like so, and then we'll grab her back, and then we'll see if she can make this. Or actually, no, wait, I didn't. Wait, no. I messed that up. Never mind. Oh, shoot. I did mess that up. So now that I broke that snow, we do not have enough to test this out, but I'm pretty sure she can jump 5 blocks. So let's go see if she can. And yep, so she can climb up 5 blocks. So then we would obviously have more of them. So let's see if she can do 5.5. I don't think this is possible, but let's see. So yeah, she cannot do it as much as I want her to be able to. That was a bad jump. She cannot go up this high. So that is where we would cap her at. And then in between here, we would have snow, and then we would continuously place. So can she do 5 and 1 snow block, or 1 snow top? Can she do 5 and then 2? You know what I mean? To see exactly how tall she is down to up a literal decimal amount, so we can compare the horses. Let's just for fun see what Aang can do. I don't know if he can do 5 blocks. I know he can do at least 4, so we're gonna start over here. And let's see, can he do 4? Yep, he can definitely do 4. Let's see if he can do 5. So, oh, I thought he made it. Hold on, let's try that again. Yeah, he can do 5. Okay, cool. So now here's the interesting thing. He cannot do 5.5 either, and neither can Katara. But one of them has to be a better jumper than the other, or they're the exact same, which would be kind of crazy. So that's where we would have the snow determine which one of them is actually a better jumper. And based on where they land on the speed and the jump test, we will organize them accordingly. So on this side, we will have our best jumpers going from here to there. So our worst one will be in the front, our best one will be in the back, or maybe vice versa. Then over here we'll have the best runner, and then the best, or the best runner over here, and then the least or the slowest over there. So that way we can have an idea of who's where. Now at the end of the day, I want all of them to be able to do everything. I want all of them to be super fast, because both Katara and Aang are both super fast. If you didn't notice, they both made it to way on over here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 blocks per second. Whereas if I'm just sprinting, I land all the way over here. So they are more than twice as fast as me running without jumping. Likewise, our standard is going to be 4 blocks. If they can't jump 4 blocks, we're just going to let the horse go out into the wild, because we are trying to get the best horses that we possibly can. So that's enough rambling about these guys. Once we finish this building, we will be doing some breeding, some tests with them to see if we can get, the best horse in the game. As of right now, Aang is super fast and Katara has a super good jump, or they might actually have the same jump, but as of right now, based on the tests, we don't know who actually jumps further, so Aang is currently the better horse. But regardless, I love them both, so we're not gonna get rid of any of them. But I need to finish building this, guys, and then construct this. This is probably gonna stay in this area, but this, we need to find a good area to put it so it doesn't look really ugly like this. And yeah, so I'm gonna get back to building. An hour or so later, and we have some more progress done on this, or actually a lot of progress. The exterior is pretty much complete, and as you guys can tell, all that I've added is this trim that kind of does this wavy thing, added it over there, added a mix of cobblestone and the regular, or the the stone bricks over there to tie in with this brick, and then I added in some of the granite to add or to like complement the cobblestone. So I think that looks really good. It made it a little bit different than that, which I really like. And then for this, I just mixed in some oak, the spruce, dark oak stripped, and then regular spruce stripped. I added a trapdoor to kind of make it seem like there's nails in it, and then added, you know, just a little bit of extra decor over here, and on the other side as well, some shelvings and all that. And on the inside, I've added just a little bit of decoration with the beams coming across, but we have a lot more to do. All of this ground is going to get changed. I added fence gates over here instead of regular fences so we can actually go in and out. I think I'm going to do the same for over here so I can take them from there and back pretty easily. But if we come out here, what I've done is I've added the jumping things right here. So we've got the 3 tall one, the 4 tall one, we've got 4.5 and 5. I'm thinking about just having these 4. I don't think we need to go really strongly into the difference between each horse. If it can jump 3, we'll move it to 4. If it can't jump 4, we'll just call it good. If we wanted to, we can add a half slab here if we really want to test it. But I've tried to make this look almost like a construction site, almost like as if the worker is trying to construct something. So that's what we've got there, and the same thing goes for over here. I've connected them so it looks like he's like maybe making an addition to this or something, but I think that blends in kind of well. It'll be a lot better once we add trees and stuff around and get the ground all changed up. One thing that I want to do besides just get the best horse that we possibly can is have a variety of colors. So like those 2 are white, but I don't have any black horse. I don't have the gray horse or the silver horse, or you know what I mean? So we'll go test some of that out as well. But really quickly, I want to see how fast this guy really is. So let's see, if we go over here, he stopped right there, and I've counted these by 5s so it doesn't get too repetitive. So this is a 10, and he stopped right here, so that's 11, 12, 13. We're going to test out this white horse as well for speed. He doesn't seem as fast, but we'll see what we can get with him. So let's go. All right, so if we, okay, I messed that up completely. He does seem pretty slow though. So let's see. He is, yep, he's 12. For comparison, we're going to take Aang and see what he gets again. So, okay, well, I keep messing up. This is not ideal. All right, let's see. Wow, I keep messing up. All right, we got it. All right, so he actually landed at 12. That doesn't seem too accurate. Let's go try it again. I could have sworn Aang was my fastest. Maybe he's not. Okay, 12. Okay, this is interesting because I always thought he was faster. 12 again. Okay, so if Aang is a 12, this brown horse was actually faster. No way. I bet he can jump 3. Yep, he can definitely do 3. Let's go up to 4. Easy. All right, 4.5. 4.5. Oh yeah, he cleared that. Let's see. If he can get 5, he'll be just as good as Aang. Okay, that was a bad jump on my part. I don't know if he can. Let's see if we can get a perfect jump. I don't know if he can or not. Yeah, I don't think he can do 5. Okay, so that's good to know. So see, now we know that this guy is our fastest horse, but he is not a better jumper than Aang or Katara. I cannot believe this is our fastest horse. I did not know that. So now what we're going to do when we breed is we're going to breed that horse with Katara, and then we'll see if we can get a super fast horse that can also jump super tall. But with that being said, we have a little bit more work to do over here. We just got to add a lot more detail everywhere, and I'm going to do that off camera because a lot of that is nitty-gritty stuff. So I'm gonna go beautify this, make everything look really nice, and I'll catch you guys when I have something complete. It is now complete. Now I didn't do a lot. I thought I was gonna do a lot more to it, but I kind of like what I did. So if we come out here first, what you can notice is we now have a little watering area for them to like drink out of, and we have hay bales on the ground to make it look like they're eating and stuff. We have, you know, podzol, coarse dirt and everything down here. I did find a mega taiga over there just a couple hundred blocks away, which is super convenient. So we got a lot of podzol and stuff, and if we look into here, we can see that I also did that through here. Now inside here you guys saw that we had that, but I also added this ground, and I added some oak in here to make it look like there once was like a path, and it's got all muddy and stuff over it. And then inside of here we have a cauldron with water. I have trapdoors over them because if I don't have the trapdoor over it, I'll demonstrate it with this guy. If I get rid of this this trapdoor, he jumps up here and he just stays like that. He never moves. He just stays like that. And all of them did that. So it was really weird. You know, it didn't look natural. So I decided to put these trapdoors over here. What it ends up looking like is a grill, even like just something over it. I don't know. It works out pretty well. And I got these guys in here ranked by the fastest to the slowest over here. So that is looking great. And we have this double fence gate. And the reason why I made these too wide is because I can walk through here just fine, but these guys can't leave unless both of those are open, so this way I can easily interact with them and stuff like that. If we come up to the back, all I did was continue this throughout here and made it look like so, and then did the same over here, not really over in this area so much, but around here I did, and then I might add a little bit more here, just like a little bit of this. At the end of the day, this is the nicer looking area, so I don't want to make it look super messy, but this is it, guys. We have got it complete. All we need now is to grab a bunch of horses, put a bunch of them inside of here, breed these up, fill all of the stables up, and we will be good to go. I do want to get a black horse, a silver horse, and a couple other ones, guys. But this is it, guys. This is what it looks like. I think it turned out pretty well. I think, you know, it's a big contrast between the other buildings, because if you look at this one, you know, the brick and all of that, and then you come over here and most of it is stone and stuff. There's not a lot of brick, but I feel like this transition will be a lot better once we get a couple other buildings and once we build a building like right here, and so that has a little bit more brick. This one, I included the brick down there so you can kind of get the sense that we are getting a little bit more prestigious and wealthy as we move along. I think this has been a very productive episode. We got this whole barn situation set up, and we also have the speed test over here set up, which is awesome and very nice. I did mix in a couple different types of wood to make this look nicer, and this part back here I'm really proud or really happy with how this turned out as well, because it looks pretty okay in my opinion. It looks like it blends in as much as I could have got it. If we look at it from over this way, it does look a little bit strange, but at the same time I think it kind of fits in pretty well. It's not like something crazy that you think about. It does look like just a bunch of wood is over there and, you know, he's working on it or something like that. But that is it, guys. This is a completed project. We got another project done, and we included both a little bit of redstone and a little bit of building, and that is kind of the theme that I want to go with in this world. I want to come on over here and take a look at where the stable is. So this is what it looks like right now, and if we plop this off and then refresh it, you can see, bam, there we go, we got it right there. Look at that. And just like that, we have like this almost half of this area completed. So this is gonna go by pretty quickly, guys, and I'm very excited to get more stuff added in as we go. But unfortunately, that is gonna be it for today's video, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all for the support on all the other videos. I've been really grinding on this world, and hopefully you guys can notice that, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this series just as much as I am. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Have a safe and enjoyable rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.